Hello student, I am again here with the same subject programming in C++ and the code for that is 3330702. Unit name is Principles of Object Oriented Programming. Topic that I am going to cover here is different operators in C++. Myself KM Jha, lecturer VPMP Polytechnic, Gandhinagar. Now we will see the objective. When I am talking about objective, we will see here reference variable and the different operators which is used in C++. Now about the introduction of reference variable as well as the operators. A reference variable, it is nothing but it is an alias, that is another name for an already existing variable. It means if the variable is already existed there, you can keep the alternate name for the same variable. Alternate name can be kept for the same variable which is already present in the program. Now, what is an operator? An operator, it is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical manipulation. By using operator, you can do the different kind of operations on operands. That is mathematical or logical manipulations. C++, it is rich set of built-in operator. Already operated, there is a set of operators which is present inside the system. Now about the reference variable, the syntax is data type ampersand reference name is equal to variable name. It means for both reference name as well as for the variable name, the address is same. As the syntax indicates here, data type ampersand reference name is equal to variable name. Here always the values are assigning from left to right. So variable name address we are assigning to the reference variable. As the syntax is indicating here, you can see here a reference variable, it is one type of variable. So it is nothing but it is a kind of variable only, but it is an alias name of the same existing variable. We will see here one example of reference variable. As there is already present one variable, name of the variable is total. We will keep an alias name for the total, that is sum. You can see here ampersand sum is equal to total. It means we are giving the alias name of total as a sum. So now total and sum, they both will behave same. Total is having an alternate name, that is sum, and they both belong to the same address. As according to syntax, we put it here ampersand sign. So when I will print the value of sum, it will display 40, and when I will print the value of total, it will display 40. So you can see here both the variables are displaying the same value because we have kept here the same name for total by using ampersand as well as reference name. Here also you can see when the value of sum is 20, the total will also display 20 as well as sum will also display 20. When the value was here 40, the sum will display 40 and total will also display 40. Operators in C++, as I said, it is a rich set of built-in operator. Here you will see a large number of operators which is part of C++. In addition to C introduces some new operators. Some new operators are like scope resolution operator, delete memory release operator, new memory allocation operator, and there are other operators like pointer to member declarator, pointer to member operator, pointer to member operators. So we will see the scope resolution operator, delete and new operator in brief. When we are talking about scope resolution operator, as the name is scope, so we will see here the scope of operator. So there are two categories of scope resolution operator. First one is local variable and another one is global variable. When we are talking about the local variable, a variable which is declared inside the function or block is called as local variables for that function and block. So the variable which is declared inside the function or block is called local variable, and the variable which is declared outside the function or block is called global variable as well as class variable. In C, to access the global version of the variable inside the function and block, that is not possible, but in C++, the global version of the variable is accessed inside the function. But how it is possible? You can access the global variable by using scope resolution operator, which was not possible in C. Now we will see here one example. These 4 dots are nothing but this is example of scope resolution operator. Whenever we are talking about scope resolution operator, I am talking about these 4 dots. So you can access the global variable here. The global variable A is equal to 10, that you can access inside the scope of local variable. This is the scope of local variable, that is opening brace as well as closing brace. Here the inside the space, here the value A is equal to 15. So when we will display A inside this block, it will display 15. You can see here in the output. But when we will try to access the global variable which is apart from or which is outside the function, that is A is equal to 10, then I will have to use here scope resolution operator along with the A. Then I am able to display the value of A. So you can see here by using scope resolution operator, you can access the global variable inside the function name or block. Member dereferencing operators are also there. In C, we were using calloc as well as malloc function, which is used to allocate memories dynamically at runtime. Similarly, it uses the function free to free dynamically allocated memory. In C, I am talking about. Now, when we are talking about C++, the unary operators new and delete are used to allocate and free a memory at runtime. So, in C++, we are using unary operators like new as well as delete to allocate as well as to release the memory at runtime. So 2 operators that you will have to remember, new as well as delete. But when we are talking about C, here we are having 2 functions like calloc and malloc for allocating as well as to release the memory dynamically at runtime. But we will focus here in C++, here we are using new as well as delete operators. These are unary operators for allocation as well as for deallocation. Here you can see by using new you can create this variable, pointer variable, as well as you can create any kind of variable. Here we have created a pointer variable of the data type integer. Here we have created a pointer variable q of the data type float by using this new. So the new operator can be used to create objects of any type. So as I said, new operators we are using to allocate memory to data type. So by using this new operator, you can create any kind of variable of any data type. Here you can see the example also. This is by using new you created a pointer variable here having the size 25. This is not size, this is about the value of that pointer variable. So P is having the value 25 and Q is having this value 10.5. Similarly, it is applicable for arrays also. The delete operator, when a data object is no longer needed, it is destroyed to release the memory space for reuse. You can see here the syntax delete and then pointer variable. It means when the data object is no longer needed, it means it is not being used in the program, then it is destroyed to release the memory for other variables, okay, for reuse. So here we can use, already I have declared the variable. Here you can see I declared a variable P by using new. Now this variable, pointer variable, is not being used in the program, so its reference is not there. So we will try to delete this. But how we will delete that? By using delete unary operator, you can delete the variable as it is no longer being used in the program. So to free a dynamically allocated memory, we can use delete operator. Similarly, it is applicable for array also. Here for array, as we have used this for new operator, you can create a memory space for an array of 10 integers by using new. Similarly, you can delete that variable by using delete operator. So it is applicable in array also. By using new, you can allocate the memory for variable, and by using delete, you can release the memory for array also. Manipulators. Manipulators are operators that are used to format the output. So if you are interested to make your output fascinating, then you can use the kind of manipulators which is part of C++, like ENDL, SetW, and many more are there, but we will see this to ENDL as well as set W, that is set the width and end of line. So you can first of all use focus here on the example. When I'm talking about ENDL, it is similar to the /n, the new line character /n. If you are interested to use ENDL, then you can use the ENDL operator, or otherwise you can use /n also, like you were using in C. The ENDL manipulator is used in the output statement when we want to insert a line feed. It means if you are interested to display your output in the next line, then you can use the ENDL operator, or otherwise /n is equivalent to that. So by using this, you can display the output. Now the next is set W. Set W, that is we are setting the width. This is the syntax, set W and then width. Here you can see I have set it the width as 4, 4 and 4. As the values are A is equal to 15, B is equal to 420 and C is equal to 3542. By setting the width, as I said, these are manipulated, yet it is not compulsory to use this in program, but it is up to the user. If he is interested to make the output fascinating, then he or she can use this. So you can set the width to display the output. You can see here the value of A is 15, but as I said, set W 4, it means the width is 4. So the output here you will see two spaces are blank. Value is 15, but as the width is 4, that's why you will see here two spaces are blank. Similarly, the value of B is 420. It means there is 3 digits, but still one value is blank here. One character is blank as the width is 4. But when we are looking at this variable C having the value 3542, it means having the 4 digits. So it will occupy all the 4 characters. So you can see here there is no blank space. So by using the set W manipulator, it is used to format the output. Users, if they are interested, they can add this as a manipulator in the program just to make the output better. When we use the set W manipulator, the output is formatted in right justified. It means the digits are moving or characters are moving in the right side. Before using the set W manipulator, we have to include the header file IOManip. It means if you are interested to add this in your program, this manipulator, so it is compulsory for the user to add header file IOManip.h, and this is the syntax where width specifies the field width. I hope it is clear to everyone how to use these manipulators, ENDL as well as set W. These all are part of manipulators. Now about the typecast operator. Typecast can be used to convert objects of any scalar type to any other scalar type. So here you can see one example. The first variable x is of the data type float and the I is of the data type integer. So if you are interested to convert one data type into another data type according to the requirement of program, then you can use this typecast. Here we have converted this float variable x into int. Similarly, here also you can see here x is of the data type float, and we are converting this into integer I by using this int x. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, then subscribe it and keep watching the next video from the next consecutive topics from the C++. Thank you again.